begin, will you, won't you? I'll try and give a quick précis of what's going on. So this is a project that's been going for 6 years, and now we've got an exhibition with some of the photographs. We've had 60 collaborative artists involved. We've left sculptures in over 30 countries. We've had hits on the website, 4,000 hits on the website, and from 95 different countries. So it's a pretty exciting project. And it all began with écoute. So here is écoute. And écoute in French is listen, and I think it's about all of us wanting to be heard or listened to, and it involved leaving a sculpture and sending it back to the website. And each sculpture has a twin. So here is a twin to écoute, whose twin was a Tond, and Tond was left in Studley Park. And they're always left with a poem, so depending on the country. So I'll just gently go around the exhibition space to try and give you a sense of the whole project. So here we have Tasmania, and then over in the corner is Gove, Northern Territory, a sculpture left by Len and Arlene. And up here is a sculpture called Tits, who was left at BC, Canada. And they had the poem Hope by Emily Dickinson. And then over we go to some sculptures here, which is J'ai peur and Embrace. And J'ai peur began as a twin, but when the twin went to leave, couldn't bear to leave him, so another one was made, and that's Embrace. And they too have the poem Hope by Emily Dickinson. And then we go to Ballantoy in Ireland, and also to Cape Ferret in France, and this is Blue Eyes in France. And this is a sculpture was left in Ballantoy, and then about a week later there was a message in the website saying, I found this little fellow, would you like me to send him home? And so we replied, no, he's quite happy in Ireland and you can do what you will with him. And this was with the poem, very powerful poem by John Donne, No Man is an Island. Right, so we'll just wander over to all the different sort of twins of I should actually go out the front to see these twins, so we'll just go out the front. There's Plenty Road. One. That was Noisy Plenty Road, and we're in Balkans Art Incubator, and this is our last day, and that's Trieste. Trieste, we've got the real Trieste this is Trieste at the photo shot with No Man is an Island, but in reality Trieste's poem is A Pity of Love, and he lives in the Pink Pansy Estate. So I'll just take you over to the Pink Pansy Estate. We've got 90 slides of various sculptures. These are the before. They all go away, and so one of those goes away. There's one that's gone away, and one stayed, and we'll find that they're Blue Eyes, and Blue Eyes This is at Cape Ferret in France, left by Kelly. All right, let's keep moving because I don't want this to be too long and boring. Here we are in Nepal. Paulina left a sculpture here, and Yolanda left another sculpture in South America. And they had a poem, Spanish poem. It's a fantastic poem. I'll just see if I can read it to you because it's very short and sweet. Everyone stands alone at the heart of the earth, transfixed by a ray of sunlight. And suddenly it's evening. I think that's really powerful. Okay, and then one of the sort of sidelines of Graffiti Granny was the Aboriginal situation, and this is sort of the story of Tunnerminnerwait and Malbohina, and they were two Aboriginals in 1842 that got hung for murder rather than for fighting a war of their land. So there were 7 sculptures left in Vic Market, a team of 7, lest we forget. And that's actually Tunnerminnerwait and Malbohina. Okay, and then we move on to Prague in Kafka, and the little sculpture, Pepper. Pepper had a twin salt. And this is a Russian poem, sorry about the noise, which I really, really like. It's one of my favourites. We'll get the picture of Kafka and then I'll try and read this to you. If you're lonely, if you have no one to talk to, oops, I keep hanging on his dick, which is not very appropriate, is it? Talk to, why not, let's try again. If you're lonely, and if you have no one to talk to, why not visit and try to talk to yourself? It's by Igor Koldin. Alright, so here's the real Triste, okay? So his twin Au revoir was left at Station Pier, and he's waiting, and his poem is A Pity of Love by William Butler Yeats. I don't want this to go too long, so I won't read it, it's just an awesome poem. And then we go to Victoria Falls in Africa. Joe left a sculpture, Techno, there's Techno. And behind Techno's story, Techno was here when he was 3 years old with his brother, and he's sitting here now and he no longer speaks to his brother, and he's remembering his brother and very sad at the same time as glad to be back here. He's sad that he no longer is connected to his brother. And he's left with the poem Invictus by William Ernest Henley that Mandela had in the prison, and he would read that every day. And one of the key lines at the end is, I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. So then we go to the amazing pink pansy estate. So let me see if I can get the whole estate in here. So this is where the sculptures that didn't go away hang out. The pink is like a sort of housing estate. And then their brothers and sisters would go off, and there'd be different stories. So if we go into this story here, this is a single mum, and she had 5 children, and her name's Mom, and the little one next to her is called Maman Mem. So he's asking, Mum, do you love me? And there is a bit of a theme of mothering here, but I guess we all have mothers, and so that's a fairly big theme. Anyway, here they're at home, and they've got kind of pictures from their family. One person went off to Boston, another one went to E.E. Cummings' gravesite. And then we have, just kind of show you briefly, there's those 2, and then these 2, so and then there's 3 here. One of them got left, Goots twin got left in Finland. Rajon's got left in America. And his blue-eyed twins. And his his partner was left in France, Cape Verde, we talked about before. And then right down the bottom is a sort of another side issue, which is a mother and her child, and it's a reference to teenage suicide. And the mother is holding on to her dead child. But all hope is not lost. If you look to the side, there is a small duck of hope, keeping the door open, perhaps for the mum when she's ready to let her child go. So over here we've got Shock and Crazy, and the poem they've got is by Nazim Hikmet, and it says, "Living is no laughing matter. You must live with great seriousness, like a squirrel, for example. I mean, without looking for something beyond and above living. I mean, living must be your whole occupation." I think that's pretty cool. And finally, well, not finally, but anyway, we go over to here, and here is a piece of amazing paper bark. A lot of the sculptures got left in trees or in strange places, and so I just think this is a work of art. And if we zoom into the piece of paper bark that I found, we find one sculpture, and this sculpture was a sort of zealot for climate change, and then this was a bell twin, and this is the bell twin that got left in Gove. And he had the poem by Jack Davies, The Land. So here we go, let's try and give you a pan around. There we go, that's the front door on Plenty Road at Vulcan Art Incinerator. And finally, I said finally before, finally, these are the sculptures that were made in the exhibition. The Great Wall of St Kilda, Barley Surfer, I'm Confused, Elephant, Eeyore, and Eyes. Okay, I'm stopping now.